Welcome to the live session of ImproMaths for grade 7 MYP. So till last week, not last week, sorry, it was 2 weeks back. I'm really sorry for the gap of 2 weeks. But 2 weeks back, when we had our last session, we did parallel lines, angles, and different types of problems depending on parallel lines. Today, we are going to do something with constructions because constructions is one of the major part of your syllabus when you go to IGCSE or in IB, where you need to construct different kinds of angles, angle bisectors, perpendicular bisectors, and different kind of triangles. So today we will start with basic handiwork of construction and how to use different geometric tools. And in the next session, we will actually go into construction of triangles and construction of angles. So today we'll cover how to use the tools and how to draw perpendicular bisectors if the time permits. So I'm going to share this window here. It's an online construction tool, but I will advise you to not use this for your studies. You always use your pencil case or the geometry set that you get. Best geometry set is the set which has a very fine point for its compass, very clear protractor, and a very clear ruler. You can either have a compass with a mechanical pencil in it or a normal pencil in it. If you are getting a normal pencil one, make sure that your pencil is always sharpened and it is always in level with the tip of your compass. So when I say your compass is on the tip of it, so you have to be very sure that when you take them, bring them together, they should always be able to stand on the parallel line. Okay, so if you draw a line, both your tip of your compass and tip of your pencil should be touching the line. That means then only you're going to get the precise constructions. Then there is one more thing is the screwdriver here at the top of the compass. When you use your compass quite often, it tends to get loose. So make sure that you fasten it every time you do a construction. When your construction tools are not precise, it is going to cause an error of more than 1 degree, which is generally not acceptable in your papers. So error of 1 degree in an angle is acceptable, or 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters is acceptable when you draw a circle, but not more than that. So for that, your tools need to be very, very precise. Now this is our compass. Next one is our protractor. Protractor, as we had learned before, it is used to measure the angles, uh, given angles, or anyways draw the angle. I'm going to show you how we can draw an angle using a protractor. Then our cute little ruler, which everyone has in their compass. So 1, 2, and 3. These three things you should have in your compass if you're going to do geometrical constructions. And you should be able to use these three tools efficiently in order to make sure that you have very precise and very neat looking geometrical constructions. Now, because I'm using the software, few things are limited here. Like I will like to have a smaller curve for my, or the curve of my, the arcs of my diagram. I will love to have them very light because those are construction lines. Few of the lines are called construction lines and they can be as light as possible so that your actual figure is visible properly. Okay, that is for the next part of it. So let's first start with drawing an angle. Okay, so let's say I have to draw an angle. Angle ABC is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, so for that, first I will draw a line. Any length is okay because since they have not mentioned what the length of the line should be, so it's okay if you draw any length line and you name it. Since our center is at B, we are going to say this is C and this is B. Now we are going to bring, and this point, which is the center of our protractor, we are going to point it or keep it on B, and we are going to see in which direction our ray is going. So now here our ray is going to our right. So we will start using the inside measurements, which is 0, and we need till 40. So this is my 40 here. Can you see that? I've drawn a small dot. Now all I have to do is take a line and join this point. I can take it beyond this point also. So this becomes my E. Okay, so this angle ABC is 40 degrees. Now whenever you finish drawing an angle, you have to write inside the angle what is the measurement of that angle. Okay, so this is a 40-degree angle. Similarly, you can draw an obtuse angle also. I'm going to show you that also, that if I have to draw a 130-degree angle, how I'm going to do that. But before that, you try to draw this 40-degree angle. You can come back to this video anytime to see how to do this. But this is the first step of your geometrical constructions. You should be able to see how or use your geometrical instruments. So make sure your geometrical instruments are of very good quality and very, very clear. Okay, I'm emphasizing this point a lot, that they have to be very, very clear. Otherwise, your geometrical constructions may not look as they should look, or may not give you the precise values that they should give. So now next angle I'm going to show you is angle A, B, and C. Let's say it is equal to 135 degrees. Let's take odd number. Okay. So now this is my line which I have already drawn. So I'm going to draw my arrow C here. Again, since my B is in the center, so my B will be at this point, and are going to take this point here. Now we need 135. So again, our arrow is pointing towards right. So we are going to take the inside of the circle, and we are going to go 0, 90, 35, 135. Yeah, this is 135. And we are going to take our protractor away and join these lines like this. Okay. And then we are going to draw our arrow here and name it A. Now here also draw a freehand arc and write 135 degrees. Okay, so this is how you draw your angles. Okay, it's drawing any angle is possible, and construction of angles, we can only construct angles which are multiples of 15. So we can do 30, 60, 45, 90, 135, 120, 150, 180 is a straight line. So we can do these angles. I'm going to show you how to do these, but we will just go for the basics first. Now next one is we are going to draw perpendicular bisector of a line. And for that, we are going to need our ruler, our compass, and our pencil. So we don't need the protractor, so we can keep it aside for now. We will need it once we draw the perpendicular bisector. Now, what does perpendicular bisector mean? Perpendicular bisector means it divides your line in equal parts and it intersects the line at 90 degrees. So let's say this is my line and I'm drawing a perpendicular bisector. This angle is 90 degrees and this side of the line is equal to this side of the line. Now, this is very difficult to draw precisely with hands. So we use tools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig here and I'm going to draw a line which is 6 centimeters long. Okay, so this is my line segment. Technically, it is a line segment. So I will call it AB. This is A. This is B. Now I'm going to take my protractor, place its tip over here, and I'm going to place its tip over here, and I'm going to measure a distance which is roughly, you can guess it is more than half. Okay, and I'm going to log this distance. Here I have an ability to log the distance. Not all compasses, actual compasses, have this ability. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to draw an arc here, and then you're going to take this and you're going to draw an arc here. Okay, now you're going to take this point, put it over here, and then you are going to draw another arc crossing this arc, and similarly crossing this arc. Okay, this one is very sensitive. So okay, now if you see, we have 2 points. A line needs minimum 2 points to join it. So we are going to take our ruler. Now this ruler is not very used to this one, but we'll still try and use it to see how we can turn its angle and make it straight. And then better we not use this one because it's slightly difficult to do this. Okay. But you can, since your ruler is not an e-ruler, you can always have it as you want. Now I will take a line. I will start from here and I will join these 2 points. Now let's say I will call this point N. Now if I put this ruler back on the line and see, my M is exactly at 3 centimeters. So it has already divided my line into 2 equal parts. So this is a bisector. Bisector means a line which divides your given line into 2 equal parts. So it has already bisected the line. And now we are going to see if it is 90 degrees. So we are going to put our protractor over here and we are going to make sure that it aligns properly. See, an error of about 1 degree is allowed. So here we have a small error of 1 degree. Now that actually we don't have that error. We have exactly 90 degrees. Just, I cannot control the mouse properly. So it is exactly 90 degrees. So this is a perpendicular bisector. Now this line here, this one and this one, these are called the construction lines. The arcs that are crossing like this, these are called the construction lines. So these construction lines need to be as light as possible. The lighter they are, you should be able to see them. The examiner should also be able to see them, but they should not be as dark as your line AB or your perpendicular bisector. Then your actual construction will be visible pretty properly. You make this an habit, because when we go ahead and we do complex constructions like constructing a triangle or constructing an angle and bisecting it, this will come in handy. So you will be actually able to see the actual figure instead of all the construction lines and confusing your examiner and yourself. So keep this in mind, that whenever you are drawing the construction lines, they should be as light as possible. Okay, so this was our perpendicular bisector. Now next one, we are going to use, or we are going to draw a perpendicular line on a point on a line. So it's not a perpendicular bisector, but they have given us, let's say, a point on the line, and they have asked us to draw a perpendicular from that point on the line. Okay, so let's say this is my line AB, and there is this point C here. Okay, and they want us to draw a perpendicular line through this point C. So again, we will get our trusted compass. We will have to, I'm going to take this tip and put it over here. I'm going to lessen the distance and lock it. Now one arc, small arc here, and one small arc here. Okay, now if you see, I have created a line of equal length. Let's call it A1 and B1. Okay, B1 and A1. Okay, now if you see, A1C is equal to B1C because we have taken the same distance with our compass. So now what we are going to do, we are going to do same thing that we did for perpendicular bisector. So we are going to take distance more than half. Now here, since we already have our point C, we don't need to draw the arc on both sides. So we are only going to draw it on one side. We don't need it on both sides. We only need it on one side. So this is our arc drawn, and then we are going to draw a line that is going to drop from here. Now if I again bring my protractor and put it on the line is exactly 90 degrees. So you can see that we have drawn a perpendicular which is not the bisector of the original line, but it is still perpendicular to our line from where from the given point on the line. So this thing is called the perpendicular drawn on to the point on the line. Okay. Now third type is perpendicular drawn to the point from outside the line. So we have here our line again. So let's say this is my line. Okay, big line. Measurement is not important right now, but this is A, this is B, and this is a point P outside the line. And I want to draw a perpendicular passing through this point through the line. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my compass on P, and I'm going to, okay, sorry, I'm going to draw an arc here, and then I'm going to see if I can draw an arc here. Oh, I will have to extend A, so let's extend A a little bit. Okay, so I will need to extend A. So let's extend A also. Okay, it may slightly vary because it's a, so now again we have created a point which is, or the line which line, and then we know that this P is going to lie on the perpendicular bisector of that A1 and B1. So this one here. Okay, now we are going to draw an arc on this side. We can take a smaller distance. Okay, like this. You can take it over here. This. Here, then we can join these two points. Now again this line is going to be perpendicular. We see here, see? Okay, so this is how you draw perpendicular from the point outside the line. Now next is bisecting an angle. So let's say I'm going to draw an angle which is 70 degrees. Let's take some nice number. Okay, so this is my, okay, let's take it here, and this is my angle. Its name is ABC again. So it's angle ABC is equal to 70 degrees, and I'm going to draw the angle. So I'm going to draw this line like this, and this is again BC. Now I will use my protractor, my trusted protractor, and I'm going to draw a 70-degree angle, and I'm going to pass a line through it. Okay, this is A. Now it is my make a habit of writing its measurements inside. Okay, whether you like it or not, it helps. Okay. Now again take your compass, put it on B, and take some distance in the compass. It doesn't matter what distance you take. Okay, you need a small distance, same measure, make a mark here. With the same distance, make another mark here. Okay, now take this, either you can change the distance or you can keep the same distance, it doesn't matter, and draw an arc here. Keep it over here. Okay, and then this one. And now I will draw a, let's say, blue line passing through this, and this line is my perpendicular bisector. So what is going to happen is, where is the protractor? Hello, come here. Put it outside the. Okay, so I again point it here, make it 0. Okay, and then if I see it's almost at 35 degrees, if I put it slightly correctly, it's at 35 degrees. So 70 divided by 2 is 35 degrees. So this is how you bisect an angle. So now what will happen if I have an obtuse angle? What will I do? So let's see. Do we have? Okay, no problem. So now we are going to do an obtuse angle. So we'll clear everything up first and we are going to draw an obtuse angle. Let's do it on the other side. We have drawn a lot of angles pointing towards right. So we will draw an angle which is pointing towards left. Okay, so I have angle ABC equal to 140 degrees. Okay, so half of it is going to be 70. Today we have a lot of 70s. Huh? So this is C here, B here, take it away, B, and then we have 140. Okay, so now I will join this line to pass through 140. Okay, and I will do this my arrow thing and E, and then this becomes 140 degree. Now same thing, bring your compass over here. If you want, you can increase the distance because this is a bigger angle, but it doesn't matter actually. Frankly speaking, it doesn't matter how long the distance is, as long as you keep the distance same. Okay. Now in this case, this distance which we are going to use is not greater than half. So we are going to slightly increase this distance, okay? And then we are going to do draw smaller arc. Drawing smaller arcs is important. Okay. Now I have this one, I have this here, and they're not intersecting. So we go back. What happens if they don't intersect? Nothing. We go back. We go and we draw this. Okay. And then as simple as that, we draw this line and we join it. passing through that point. Now you have to be very, very sure that the line passes through that same intersection point. This is also not passing through that point. See, even when I'm doing it online, I'm still struggling with that. So now I will keep it over here and I will see, yeah, it's 70 degrees, slightly smaller than 70 degrees, but it is 70 degrees. So if you see how precise these constructions are, you will realize why I am emphasizing that your tools should be very, very precise and your pencil should be sharpened. If you're using a mechanical pencil with a 0.5 lead, it's okay. But if you're using a normal wooden graphite pencil, then you have to make sure that every time you do a geometrical constructions, you have very good tips on your pencil. Next time, we will do constructing angles of 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 30 degrees. Okay, we'll go in ascending order. 30, 60, 90, 120 and 150. Okay, and we will start with construction of triangles, specifically equilateral triangles or triangles when all three sides are given. Till then, if you have any queries, drop me a comment below this video on YouTube and I will try to answer it in the next week's session. Till then, bye bye, have fun.